So next up, we have Shane Sikora. He's the Managing Director of Rumble Resources. It's Shane's first time presenting at Diggers and Dealers. Shane has a business development background and has been with Rumble Resources for almost 12 years. Is that correct, Shane? 12 years almost at Rumble.
That's correct.
Yeah, wow, excellent. I was really interested as to where the name Sikora came from. I hadn't heard it before, and Google has said it's Polish. I'm not sure if that's true
it's
or not.
actually Ukraine, actually.
Ukraine,
so
okay.
It's been an interesting time for
topical.
Ukrainians in the last little period, but that's my background.
Excellent. And I'm not sure if this is true or not, but you were a child prodigy, under 12 state champion of table tennis. Not sure.
Probably under nines, I think it was, actually. So I'm not bad with the backhand.
Yeah, good, excellent. So look, ladies and gentlemen, welcome Shane to the stage. He's going to present Rumble Resources. Thank you.
Firstly, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for taking the time today to hear the Rumble story. Just your standard disclaimers. So what are Rumble's value drivers? We believe that the Irihedi project is an emerging world-class base metal discovery. So to date, we found over 13 kilometres of zinc-lead mineralisation, which is zinc sulphide dominant, shallow, flat-lying, and open in all directions. We're also starting to find high-grade, well-defined domains, which will be a focus of our ongoing resource drilling and new discovery targets. Our initial exploration target is 100 to 120 million tonnes at 3.5 to 4.5% zinc-lead sulphide, which gets us into the giant category. And we believe we have the potential for a large-scale, low-cost open-pit mining proposition, which is, as we all know, a world-class mining jurisdiction in Western Australia. And to date, we've only tested less than 15% of our combined strike, which we believe enables us to look at a provincial scale Tier 1 potential deposit with exceptional potential to increase it to the supergiant discovery level through discoveries and extensions of node mineralisation. In regards to mineralogy, we believe it has the potential to deliver a simple processing flow sheet which could lend itself to a low capex, low apex operation. And we expect our maiden resources in the back end of 2023. And we think with all these things combined, we think there's the potential for a multi-commodity cycle asset at Irihedi. In regards to management, we've got an actively growing high calibre team who has a successful track record of making major discoveries and mine development. So over the course of the last year, it hasn't been just about making this thing better, it's about trying to understand how to make it better. And that's why we've actually got a really strong technical team. In regards to our corporate overview, we have a strong cash balance of 17.9 million in the bank. We've had our initiation research coverage from Bell Potter by Bradley Watson. Hopefully, like before, like Richard said, not too far away from Canaccord. The board of management has skin in the game. They've still got 9%, which is strong. We're believers, we're shareholders. And look, like most companies at the moment, in regards to share price, it's been a bit of a correction in the market. But I believe once you hear the story today, there's significant potential for near-term and long-term significant share price increase and market cap. Yep. So, building a team to deliver. We've got Brett Keeler, twice AMAC Prospect of the Year, one for Plutonic and one for Tropicana. We've got a team of serious geological scientists that are unlocking this amazing discovery. And as we head towards resources, we're building a new team in the management. So we've got Peter Venn, 10 mining operations across Africa and Australia. We brought on Jeff Jones, MD of GR Engineering, which are one of the premium mine builders in Australia, if not the world. And we're going to continue to grow and expand that team as we progress. So in April last year, we made a major sedimentary hosted base metal discovery in the Irihedi Basin. And since then, circa 1 year on, the team has done an exceptional job and has uncovered a 13 kilometre by 2 kilometre metal budget, which is zinc sulphide dominant, up to 10 to 1. And we think it represents one of the largest zinc discoveries in recent history. And to date, we've tested less than 15%. And as I mentioned before, in Western Australia, circa 100 kilometres north of Aluna. Now, what's the zinc supply and role in a low carbon economy? So if you look at the forecasts, by 2040 there's expected a 7 million production capacity needed through depleted mines and lack of discoveries. And when you see now it's a critical mineral in USA, it's also critical for solar panels, wind farms and all your EV vehicles. It's a green metal. And if you actually then factor in a climate change scenario of 1.5 degrees from South 32, by 2040 there's a 24 million tonne production requirement. So what it says to me, it needs discoveries and new mines to come on board. So what's going to fill that gap? As I said before, we believe Irahidi is a globally significant discovery. Our target puts us in the giant category. Now, 92% of mines globally are underground, which have significantly higher mining costs. Ours is an open pit proposition. We still have that underground scenario to us as we progress the project, so we think this will be a low-cost open pit mining proposition. And to give you an idea of what something like this might be worth, well, South 32 bought the Hermosa deposit circa 2 or 3 years ago, underground proposition for $2 billion cash. We're currently at 150 mil market cap. So our technical team has done a stellar job of trying to unlock this system. So over the course of the last year, we've done 70,000 metres of drilling and a whole series of geophysical programs to unlock this formation. And what we're seeing is mineralisation coming up through a series of geological formations, and when you're near that formation near the surface in the unconformity, as target 1 you can see there, you're seeing high-grade mineralisation, large widths. As it gets further away, it depletes. But what we're seeing is a whole series of feeders which enables it to join up. Now, as you'll see in target 4 and 5, we have geological formations below, which lends themselves for high-grade, high-angle feeder-type mineralisation and potential deposits in the future. We've only targeted 1 and 2 to date. So we think we're just at that could potentially be the outer meta halo of a much bigger, larger system. What's interesting to note is that all these feeders on the surface are showcasing copper. And as we're drilling to depths, the copper and silver are increasing at depth. So there's no reason we can't find copper deposits in the future as well. I think this is a great slide to give you a real sense of the provincial scale discovery potential of the project. So at Chinook, we found 5 Ks by 2 Ks in open in all directions. At Tonka Navajo, we found 8 Ks by 2 Ks in open in all directions. What we're focusing on now is drilling the Sweetwater Trend, which is the west extension of the Chinook prospect. There's only ever been 2 holes drilled along that formation, which actually hit mineralisation. So there's no reason we can't extend that mineralisation across all the way. To the southeast of Tonka, we've got over 8 Ks of strike, which we're starting to do some target generation. So when you look at the overall picture there, there's 42 Ks of the unconformity, the near-surface shallow open pit, and below there's a purple shale and Iroquois at depth. Out on the western margin, we actually have the opportunity to potentially find some near-surface Iroquois mineralisation. Strickland Metals to the south of our project, and you see in the bottom right-hand corner of our image there, hit significant mineralisation in the Iroquois formation, which is 2 below where we're currently drilling. Now, we believe that daylight's out on the western margin of our project, and we've got over 35 Ks of strike to drill there too. So we're about to embark on a drill program there as well. This is a bit of a snapshot of the Chinook prospect, which has the potential to be a large open pit with high-grade domains. Initially, we thought that the feeder structures were more north-south, but through good geological technical work, we're starting to see east-west feeders. And so the yellow and red zone are the feeder mineralisation, which takes up a big part of this open pit, and that's going to be the focus of our drilling moving forward. But what we're seeing is strong grade continuity, zinc sulphide dominant, with high metal content per vertical metre. Now, 8 Ks southeast of the Chinook prospect, we've got the Tonka Navajo scenario. And we actually applied the same methodology as we did at Chinook. We thought that there was north-south feeder zones in this location, but we've now actually worked out that there's feeder zones east-west. And we've now uncovered 4 stacks of feeder zones, up to 2 Ks long. The magazine fault zone's up to 5 Ks long. Our focus this year has been the drilling here, so a lot of our assays pending are sitting in this location. And once again, strong grade continuity. In fact, some of the locations here are up to 7-to-1 zinc to lead scenario. This here also has a high metal content per vertical metre. This long section, I guess, gives you a bit of an idea of what an open pit mining scenario looks like. You'll see the flat lying mineralisation, I guess, in effect similar to a coal seam. But when you see these zones like Colorado 1 and 2 and Magazine, the grades significantly increase. Above the mineralisation is an oxidised iron sequence, which lends itself to a potential free dig mining scenario, so low cost waste removal. The zone here is up to 2 Ks wide and growing, and has some significant widths and grades. When it comes to sustainability, we believe in diversity in the workforce, and we are starting to utilise local community stakeholders and suppliers to create a positive contribution to the region. We recognise and engage with traditional owners, and we've also providing growing employment opportunities. We also applying and incorporate best practice environmental principles. We're also sponsoring a local charity that's put through underprivileged kids through secondary school. So near-term catalysts at Irahidi. We've embarked on a 50,000 metre drill program this year with 26,000 metres completed to date. Our sole focus is making this project better. So we're targeting the high-grade feeders. So a lot of the drilling this year has been at Chinook and Tonka, which is sitting in the labs as we speak. As I said before, we've just embarked on our Chinook extension, looking for new discoveries along the 15 kilometres of strike. So not just new discoveries, but expanding that Chinook footprint to the west. We're also going to be targeting new discoveries at the Navajo Southeast Trend. We started our targeting work there. We're about to embark on our maiden drill program, looking for near-surface Iroquois carbonate trends. And we also will start targeting the Purple Shell and Iroquois at depths, looking for those high-grade, high-angle feeders. We're developing a preliminary flow sheet for sulphide flotation concentrate. As I mentioned before, we believe it will be a simple flow sheet that would enable us to have a low capex, low opex operation. And like any good, technical team, we're always looking to make things better. We're investigating beneficiation techniques, so DMS and sensor ore sorting, which generally lends itself to this type of operation, where typically you see 70 to 80% waste removal and up to 2 to 5 times head grade upgrade. We are aiming for a maiden JORC resource estimate in the second half of 2023. And so we believe that it's a very exciting time for Rumble shareholders and a great time for anyone to invest. So I appreciate your time once again today.
Thank you very much, Shane. We've got a couple of minutes if there's a question out there for Shane. Looks like you're getting off from the audience today, mate. I've got one for you. So, zinc and lead. You've reported silver in the past as well, and just some copper perhaps at depth. So, byproduct credits potentially in the future?
Yeah, we believe that the silver will be byproduct credits, but we think that typically with these sort of system, the zinc and lead falls out at a last. But as you get closer to the source and getting hotter in the system, the copper and silver will increase. So we're sort of doing a lot of technical work at the moment to try and understand that. But even when we've done historical analysis of drilling out to the west, that all has copper mineralisation as well. So there's a significant chance of independent copper deposits too at depth.
Excellent, great. Well, look, thanks so much, Shane, and have a great rest of your diggers.
Thank you very much.
Shane.